back. Westchester Talk Radio is broadcasting live.
Welcome to Westchester Talk Radio. I'm Laura Smith, and tonight we are at 1133 Westchester Avenue in White Plains, New York. We're here for a very, very important reason, and one that is, well, not only festive, but it commemorates something really important. 30 years of Feeding Westchester. It's called An Evening in Good Taste, and I'm really happy to be talking to people tonight who are helping to eradicate hunger for good in Westchester. They hope to be out of business, so to speak, within a year. That's their goal. So many good people going towards making this happen, and some incredible restaurants in Westchester County that a lot of us are familiar with that are helping to make this truly the party of the year. And all the money from tonight's proceeds, they are going to Feeding Westchester, formerly known as the Food Bank of Westchester. And but tonight, at our 30th commemoration, An Evening in Good Taste, I'm going to be speaking with Daniel Singer. He's the president of Robison Oil, a sponsor for the event tonight, also a sponsor of Westchester Talk Radio. So we're always grateful for that. And he's also a board member of Feeding Westchester. So all those things said, thanks so much for being here, Dan.
It's my pleasure. It's a great event, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
So you're on the board. How many years have you been with Feeding Westchester now?
I've been on the board for 3 years. I've always admired the organization and was a contributor to its cause, but just had the opportunity to be on the board for the last 3 years.
What does that mean to you, and why did you get involved?
You know, Feeding Westchester is just one of those things that resonated with me, or as you said, the food bank prior. As you mentioned, I'm in the heating business. And a few years back, when we had a particularly cold winter, when oil prices were significantly higher than even where they are now, the food bank was out there raising awareness of hunger and actually trying to make their point by saying people are choosing between heating their homes or eating. And that resonated with me, is that, why should people have to choose between those two? And it seemed like a logical partnership with what we do at Robison and the food bank to help bring to those that are needy within our community both comfort in their home or warmth in their home, as well as warm food on the table and a warm furnace in the basement.
They absolutely do go hand in hand, and I know from getting those bills every month that yes, you can wonder at what time, at one time or another, where do I allocate the funds this month? It's an incredible organization that really fosters not only a sense of helping to feed those in need, but it also educates. They are one of the top 10 food banks in the country that has the best food in terms of healthy food choices, and they have programs like putting food into backpacks for children to take home over. I mean, really, it goes way beyond just maybe in the old days, like standing in a soup kitchen line, although they have that too. It's really amazing at the level at the high functioning of Feeding Westchester. And so for you, how long are you going to be on the board for and contributing to this? It must be good for you.
Well, yeah, it's becoming a passion, so I'll stick around as long as they'll have me, and I enjoy it. And it's exactly the kind of things you were hitting on is what, again, resonates with me personally and with my family, that we live. Fortunately, so many of us live in a community like Westchester where we live with neighbors that have means, but other of our neighbors we don't realize are food insecure. And you hit the nail on the head too, that sometimes it's easy to deliver calories to people, but it's a little bit more difficult to deliver nutrition to people. And I think Feeding Westchester does such a great job of the right balance and making sure that we're using what we know about nutrition to help deliver the right foods to the right people at the right time. Especially children of families that are potentially living paycheck to paycheck, and those that are food insecure.
Well, you truly have a heart of giving, and thank you so much for all you do for the community, for Westchester County, for us here at Westchester Talk Radio. You have the true spirit of what being a good neighbor is all about. Thank you so much, Daniel Singer, president of Robison Oil and also a board member of Feeding Westchester. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Great. Thanks for being here.
An evening in good taste is what we're at. 30 years they've been doing this, and it's really a wonderful cause and a beautiful evening full of the most incredibly delicious food you can imagine. Some wonderful people who are all mingling together and mixing for a really good cause. They're also doing this silent auction tonight. The money's going towards Feeding Westchester, the beautiful organization that takes care of 200,000 people in Westchester, and hopefully they'll be out of business soon, meaning everyone's going to be fed at some grand point in time. I'm Laura Smith, and this is Westchester Talk Radio.